It's a crisp winter day, and you're feeling adventurous. The frozen lake stretches out before you, glittering like a massive sheet of unclaimed treasure. Ignoring the small voice of reason screaming, "This is a terrible idea," you take your first steps onto the ice. Everything seems fine, you're walking around confidently, and even imagining yourself as a professional Arctic explorer. But then, crack. Before you could even process what's happening, the ice gives way beneath you. Congratulations! You've just upgraded your winter walk to an accidental ice bath. Now, unless you want to end up as a future archaeological discovery, it's time to channel your inner survivalist and figure out how you're going to get out of this mess. First, let's address the reality. The water is cold. And not just, I forgot to heat my coffee cold, we're talking hypothermia-inducing instant gasp cold. Your body is currently screaming at you. Your muscles seize up, your lungs gasp for air, and for a brief moment, you're convinced you've made a terrible life choice. Which, for the avoidance of doubt, yes you have. But here's the deal. Panic is your number one enemy right now. You've got about 10 solid minutes of useful muscle function before you start turning into a human popsicle. So let's make them count, shall we? Step 1. Don't thrash around like you're auditioning for a shark attack movie. That's just going to waste precious energy and make things much, much worse. Instead, channel your inner zen, float on your back for a moment to catch your breath, and assess the situation. Don't worry, bro. You've got this. Step 2. Find the edge of the ice you came from. It's the strongest part since it hasn't already betrayed you by collapsing in on itself. Resist the urge to try and climb out immediately. You're about as slippery as a seal dipped in olive oil, and you'll likely keep breaking more and more ice if you're not strategic about this. So, here's the trick. Kick your legs like you're a swimmer trying to win Olympic gold. This helps get your body horizontal. Once you're in a position, use your arms to pull yourself up onto the ice like an awkward walrus. I mean, dignity's overrated anyway, and in this case, dignity means nothing. Now, don't just stand up and celebrate like you've won the latest season of Survivor. The ice could still be fragile, and the last thing you want is a repeat performance. Instead, roll away from the hole, spreading out your weight, and you roll like your life depends on it. Because quite frankly, it does. Once you're on solid ground, it's time to focus on getting warm. Your clothes are soaked and rapidly freezing, and unless you enjoy the idea of seeing what hypothermia is like, you'll need to act fast. So, strip off those wet clothes, yes, even in the cold, and get into something dry. If you don't have a change of clothes, wring out the wet ones and layer them back on. Cold and damp is still better than icy and drenched. If you've got access to fire, now's your time to channel your inner caveman and get roaring. No fire? Run, jump, or flail your arms like a wacky inflatable tube man to generate body heat. Sure, you'll look absolutely ridiculous on the ice, but at least you'll be alive. By now, you're probably wondering how you ended up in this mess in the first place. But don't worry, it's time for the post-survival debrief. Here are some top tips to avoid this situation in the future. 1. Check the thickness of the ice. 4 inches thick is the minimum for walking. If you're unsure, stay off it unless you want to star in your very own survival story. 2. Carry ice picks. These nifty tools can help you claw your way out if you fall in. Plus, they make you look like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. 3. Dress for survival. Layer up with moisture-wicking clothes and always carry a waterproof bag with dry clothes and a towel. 4. Tell someone. Before adventuring onto the ice, let someone know your plans. That way, if things do go south, they'll know where to send the rescue team. And this one wasn't on the official list, but point 5, maybe just don't do this. I don't know why you'd want to walk out on a frozen lake, but there we are. Now, back to your frozen fiasco. After drying off and warming up, you're probably ready to swear off winter adventures forever. But let's face it, if you've done it once, then you'll more than likely be doing it again in the very near future. Again, testing your luck. Just remember, The frozen lake might look like a winter wonderland, but it's really just a slippery, icy death trap waiting for the unwary. Respect the ice, and it'll respect you. Probably.